My dear friends, we have just witnessed the horrific bushfires around Australia. So much of the country seemed to be on fire. So many people have been involved. They've lost houses, property, even sadly lives, relatives. It's been horrifying, it's been traumatizing. And then I saw a picture recently of the cycads and some of the other plants recovering, coming back to life, green leaves and hope. Our lives can often have trauma in them. Trauma that can come for many reasons. The death of loved ones, family relationships, illness, I can go on. We can pretend that these things don't happen, but we cannot escape them. They are part of what's happened, part of reality. Recently, I had the experience of being in touch with grief for the death of my own brother. That happened just 2.5 years ago now. And out of the blue, I was on a plane, something reminded me of him, and I couldn't stop my tears. Lent is a time when we get in touch with reality in our lives. The reality of our relationships. The pain that's there, the mistakes we've made, the grief that we are carrying, the challenges that we face. So Lent is a healing time, a time of new beginnings, when we stop, reflect, and act. When we look of how we are relating with our God. Do I pray? Do I speak with God? Do I listen? Do I read the scriptures? How do I treat myself? Do I recognize my God-given gifts? Do I tend to put myself down? Do I recognize my gifts, talents that I'm called to use in the service of others? Do I value myself? Do I remember that I'm the beloved son and daughter of God? How do I treat others in my life? Am I genuinely respectful to my spouse, children, relatives, the people I work with, the neighbor down the road? To stop and reflect how I react to others, whether I'm genuinely a loving person. And of course, we have ideals, but so often we fall short. And then how do I connect with God's beautiful creation? Am I a good steward of creation? Do I treat with respect and reverence the sacred reality of God's creation around me? So my friends, this time of Lent is about relationships. Included in these relationships are people who don't live maybe right where I live. People in other countries who may not be blessed with the same resources that we have. And that's why we have Project Compassion. I do without some things to develop a sense of healthy self-discipline, to also look after myself in terms of my health. Maybe I overeat or overdrink, and the money that I would have spent on not necessarily luxuries, but even some other things, will go in this Project Compassion box, and through church agencies goes to those most in need. So Lent then is a time when we don't run away from facing challenges. We face them, but we face them not just by ourselves, but with the grace of God acting in us. We are never alone. Christ is there with us. So we walk a little bit into the passion of Christ, so that we can of course share in hope, in resurrection. God bless you.